what's up everybody, this is Justin here, and I just saw the new Rurouni Kenshin movie. What was it? Yeah, Kyoto Taika hen, or meaning the Great Kyoto Fire or the Great Kyoto Inferno, whichever translation you wish to use. So yes, I haven't seen the first Kenshin movie since I saw it in theaters and reviewed it around 2 years ago. Oh crap, there was just lightning just now. But yes, even though I was very critical of the first movie, I thought the live-action series still had some great potential, and I thought the sequel could really improve some of the things that I felt that needed improvement. So, how does this movie compare? Well, compared to the first one, I actually liked this movie a lot more. I thought this Shishio as a villain played by Fujiwara Tatsuya, I thought he did a great job performing the villain. I mean, he has this really cracking voice that really suits the situation that the character is in, being all burnt up and shit. And I thought that he had this great presence, and I just thought that he just had the look down completely. And I know a lot of people were critical upon his casting because they didn't like him as Light in Death Note, but I really thought he did great as Shishio. And I thought that the Kenshin, I thought he was good again. And Sano, yeah, in the last movie, I was critical about how they used him. He's used a bit more in this movie, and he does have more impact, but I still think to a certain extent, I don't want to get into spoilers here, but I felt that the full potential in concerns to his role in this part of the story arc in the manga in relation to this movie was heavily underutilized. But they do superficially touch in the beginning of the movie that he has a distrust for the Meiji government, and I just don't think that was fully explored enough of like why he distrusts the Meiji government. And I felt that the actor, he was kind of, in the first movie he was too, but in this one I felt it was 10 times more. I felt he really portrayed the character way too over the top. Yeah, he is crazy, he can be a dummy, but I felt it was just they were just too much focused on those aspects, when there's really more aspects to the character than just, you know, what you see. And of course Yahiko, he has a bit more usage as the movie progresses, and they also superficially touch the relationship between Kaoru and Yahiko. And once again, in the beginning of the movie, they do touch upon the relationship between Kaoru and Kenshin, and I thought it was really nice that they really utilized a lot of scenes from the manga in this particular scene. And also, my favorite addition was, I don't know the actor's name, but I really love Sojiro in the movie. I thought that he was excellently casted. He captures the look of the character, his getup, his expressions. I mean, the guy, he looks like a young Jackie Chan, like with the way his face is shaped and the shape of his nose. And I thought his action scenes were, the way they were choreographed, they were excellently well in conjunction to his character, the original source material. So I think he was the best addition to the movie. And I really loved the softness of his voice. And also, the rest of the Juppon Gatana, they are, I forgot the guy with the name of the, what's his name? Sano used to call him Broomhead. I forgot his actual name all of a sudden. It's been years since I read the manga. But I thought that he was also one of the best characters in this movie. His action scenes alone are definitely worth watching this movie despite the flaws. The action overall, it's excellently choreographed. In its own way, it's faithful to the manga. It's very speed-oriented, but of course, they don't get into the technical details about it, and of course, they don't get over the top or too gimmicky, which is what I liked about it. And I guess, now I don't want to get into that since it would be a spoiler. And, the action is definitely worth watching. There is one major issue I have with this movie. It relates to my favorite character. Oh shit, there's lightning again. But never mind. But if I told you who my favorite character was, it would be a spoiler in relation to this movie. But I think the way the movie ends does give me some hope, but I would have to watch the third movie, which comes out September 13th. But yes, once again, this is a much better movie than the first one, but this movie is still seriously flawed in my personal opinion. But I do think the third movie will be pretty good, I hope. And if for some reason they're going to call the last movie the Final Legend, I mean, come on. I seriously still have issue with the fact that the Jinchu arc has not been adapted in any full capacity. To me, that's the best arc, and I love Enishi, but come on. I think there's some actors out there who could, who can really play Enishi and the rest of his cast. And but yeah, once it hits stateside or whatever available means for those who are not in Japan, yeah, I do say for fans of the franchise, do give it a watch. Oh yeah, the music. The music is more, of course, more traditionally Japanese acoustics and percussions. So there's nothing much to add. But there is this one cool guitar riff when he fights the Broomhead at the shrine. I really love the music and the fight. That's definitely one of the best sword fight scenes of all time in any cinema that I've watched. What else was there? And the ending theme was done by One OK Rock. I personally think they're overrated, but I just wish that they brought back Sobakasu. That would be pretty cool. And Heart of the Sword. I mean, any anime fan who makes an anime song list and does not list Heart of the Sword is not a true anime fan. I'm sorry. That is like one of the best songs of all time in anime. But yeah, what's his name? The guy who played, what was his name? Saito Hajime. Yeah, he looks like he lost some weight in this movie a bit. I think he lost like 20 pounds or something since his last performance. And the actress who plays Misao, she's really perfect for the role. She's really cute, she's got the frame, and her choreography really suits it. I'm just hoping in the future, like, they could cast her as like someone like Sakura in a Street Fighter movie. I mean, like, she'd make a perfect Sakura. And the guy who plays Aoshi, he also played Cashern and Rikishi Torinoshita Nojo. He was really great as Aoshi, but I hope in the third movie they get to use his character a whole lot more. Sorry if that indicates a spoiler. But yeah, most of my issues with the movies, a huge percentage of them tend to be spoilers, so I want to avoid them. But I think once you watch the movie, you'll kind of understand, and of course if you have any familiar with the manga, then you'll know what my particular issues are. But I'm pretty sure some people won't mind anyway. I'm not someone who just watches something just because of the brand name. I mean, yes, it does attract me, but in the end, what is the quality of the product, not just the name. So I say this is, once again, I'll conclude this is a big improvement of the first movie, but still I think it could improve here and there. So yeah, but still I recommend it. Alright, see you around.